Do you want to know what the year 2024 has in store for us? Every year, I channel a new book that holds all the clarity of the power of the year. 2024 will be all about reprogramming your mind, jumping from 3D to 5D consciousness, and activating your full DNA potential. If you want to know more, get yourself a copy of the book Source Channeling for the World 2024 and start reading now. Welcome back to the Instant Clarity Podcast. My name is Tjaša Dorelay and I'm a channeling medium. Do you want to know the true power of your DNA helix? And do you want to know what kind of information it holds about your life? Well, this episode is for you. I'm channeling angels of universal consciousness, and they share with us clarity on what kind of information we are actually keeping inside of our DNA helix and how to unlock this information to live a fulfilled life. Listen to this episode and enjoy. Dear conscious being, we are angels of universal consciousness bringing you clarity about how your DNA helix is creating your life and how this beautiful code of your existence is created and what kind of information it holds. To start with, we invite you to visualize this beautiful DNA helix in front of your eyes. Just close your eyes or in your mind's eye, imagine the photo that you have seen in the past, in some book or anywhere else, the DNA helix. The DNA double helix of your existence contains two lines that are connected together. It's like a ladder. And this DNA helix is in the spiral movement moving inside of your existence. So when you see this DNA helix in front of your eyes, we can now start to give you clarity on what kind of information this helix holds. So you have this physical body of yours, and inside of the body there are organs, and inside of every organs are cells, and inside of every cell there are your DNA helix. This is a helix that contains information about your body, but more than that, it contains information about your consciousness. So the first line of the DNA helix is the line that contains information of your soul and of your consciousness. And the second line of this DNA helix is the line that holds the programs of this physical form of your humanness. So of the programs of the planet Earth and the programming that you got from your ancestors, from your parents, from your family. So there are two lines that are connected together in the DNA helix, and the first line contains your consciousness, your light existence, and the second line contains your humanness, your codes of your programming on this planet. So let's just say that you are now here incarnated on planet Earth, and this is why your DNA helix is created from two lines connected together like a ladder. But if your soul would incarnate on any other form inside the universe, your DNA would be different. Maybe you would have 3 lines or 4 or 10 lines of your DNA. But here on planet Earth, it's a two-part creation. It's a two-part coding. Starting with the first line, this line is the line of your consciousness. So inside of this line are information connecting you to your soul, to your consciousness. In order for you to understand the difference, just imagine this beautiful bright star inside of the universe. And inside this beautiful star, the core star of your existence, your consciousness is born from that star. You are this light. And different rays of this star are shining through the universe. And one ray of your consciousness has decided to create your soul. So, therefore, out of your consciousness, out of your light, the tunnel of your existence, your soul was created. So, the first part of your existence is your consciousness. The second part of your existence is your soul. So this soul has traveled through lifetimes, gathering different kind of information in each lifetime. So your DNA helix, the first line of it, contains the information of every lifetime that your soul has experienced. And the information inside of this first line is connecting you to your source, to your consciousness as well. Therefore, the first line of your existence, the information you have in every cell of your body, is the code of who you originally are, your soul and your consciousness. This is why you are here in the human form, but always connected through your DNA helix to your true existence, which is your light. So, if we are answering the question, what kind of information does your DNA helix hold? The first thing is obviously the information about your soul. Who are you really? All the information of any incarnation, past and future lifetimes. All the codes of your soul's existence. Connection to your soul contract. Connection to all the information that your soul has gathered in all the lifetimes up until this moment. And also the information of your true existence, your consciousness, your lightness, your light beingness, your true self. So the first line of your DNA helix holds this information, your true existence. But then, because your soul has decided to incarnate on planet Earth, obviously you also need to have the information of this plane of reality. So the second line of your DNA helix, it's the line that holds the programming of the planet Earth. And all the programming that you enter into when you incarnate on this planet. For you to understand that, you have to understand that every plane of reality, every planet, every form of existence in the universe has a physical reality and the energy reality. So around the planet Earth, there is this energy matrix holding the planet Earth together, creating the physical form of planet Earth. So this is like the code around the planet Earth, the veil of the energies. And this veil holds the information about planet Earth, how life is created here, what kind of different forms of life exist here, and so on. So the programming of the plane of reality in which you are incarnated is inside of your DNA helix, meaning that as long as you live here on this planet, the programs of how life is created here affect you. So to give you an example, so let's say currently in this plane of reality of planet Earth, the man and a woman can have children because their opposites of their codes can connect and can create new life form. Two different women cannot create children physically. Why? Because their codes are the same. So for the planet Earth to create new life, the opposites needs to attract and connect. So this is the program inside of the existence of planet Earth. And even though two women or two men want to have naturally a child together, physically they cannot create this life, no matter how much love and devotion there is in this relationship. Why? Because the programming of the planet Earth, and this is not collective consciousness, this is the innate, the basic, the natural programming of how life is created here on planet Earth. So these programs that you have inside of your DNA helix in your second line of the DNA, it's the programs that hold the information how life is created. And even though you want to have a child, for example, with another woman or with another man, you cannot, because the existence on planet Earth is like that right now. This can, of course, change in the future when the consciousness of the planet changes and the programming of the planet changes. Or maybe on some other plane of reality, on some other planet, this is totally possible. But for the planet Earth right now, this is not a code that is activated. Therefore, in your second line of your DNA helix, this information is activated, meaning that it is affecting you. It is creating the life that you have. There are two parts of your second DNA line. The first part is the information of the planet Earth, and the second part is the collective consciousness, the current mind of the planet right now. So as we said before, in the first line, there is the first line of the consciousness of your consciousness and the consciousness of your soul. And in the second line, there is the programming of the planet itself, and then the programming of the mind of the current collective systems, in which obviously your programs that you have gathered together from your ancestors, from your family members lie. So inside of your DNA helix, it's also information how soon you will age, for example, what kind of body you will have, what kind of body you have inherited from the people that came before you, and so on. Let's look at the DNA helix again, just to make sure you understand it. So there is this double part that contains all the coding that is creating the life in your existence. The first line is the consciousness line, in which there is information about your true existence, your consciousness, and the information about your soul. So every lifetime is inside of you. This is why you can tap into any lifetime, future or past, at any given moment. If you surrender yourself to spiritual practice that opens the gates for you to enter this part of you. And the second line of your DNA helix holds the information about this lifetime, about this physical form on planet Earth. So the programming of the planet Earth that you cannot touch, you cannot change that, because it's the programming that exists and is creating the life here on planet Earth. And the second part is the programming that you have inherited from your ancestors, so from the parents, from family members that came before you. And this is the mind, the programs, the collective consciousness that you can change. So there is only one part of your DNA helix code that you can decode and change. And this is this one, the last one. Two lines bring together this connection of your lightness, of your light beingness, and the second line connecting together your humanness and your grounded physical form. So the only part of your existence that you can change is the last part. So it's the part of the programming that you have inherited from your ancestors. This is the only open part that you can tap into. And how you can do that, it's another question. So this we will talk in another episode or in the future. But for now, you have to understand that in order for you to live a fulfilled life, you have to understand your wholeness. What affects how you live, how you experience life, how you are, it's not just how your parents lived or what kind of DNA you or genes you have inherited. No, no, no. It's also the programming of the planet. It's also your soul, energies, and your consciousness existence. This is why it is really important that you are walking on this path, taking this journey of returning to the most innate powers of your existence by listening to channel meditations, by walking your spiritual path, by returning your focus from the outside to the inside. Many times we see that you live in this pattern like, oh, my parents were like this, so I cannot be different. Oh, my mom got this illness, so this is why it's only natural for me to also get this illness. But it's not like that. You can reprogram this last part of your DNA helix by using the power of other parts of your helix. Firstly, by tapping into the first line of your DNA helix, which is your light line, which is your consciousness line. And this is what you're actually doing here on planet Earth. Furthermore, when you start tapping into your light line of your DNA helix, you start feeling your incarnation in this lifetime. You start connecting yourself with your soul. You start even connecting yourself to your consciousness and embodying that part of you. And when you do that, a larger part of your DNA helix is activated. Currently, there is only 20% of your DNA helix activated. The other 80% is still sleeping, is there waiting for you to tap into it. This is why you are invited to step inside of the DNA helix and to start researching all the codes that are lying there waiting for you to find them. In order for you to do so, you have to surrender yourself to the spiritual practices that are opening the gates to entering your consciousness. So to conclude, inside of your DNA helix, it's not only information how your body looks like, it's also how you approach relationships. Is how open you are to receive love or how open you are to create abundance. It's your energetics, it's your coding, it's your perception of yourself and of the life you have. Inside of your DNA helix, all the information about your existence lies. And not just your existence, but the whole existence. Because when you tap inside of the first line of your DNA, you tap into your consciousness. And because consciousness, it always exists and is connected to every consciousness that exists, you tap into the unity of everything. So you're actually tapping into the oneness of existence. So this is the magic of your DNA helix. So the next time you feel like, oh, this is not possible for me. No, I cannot have that because my parents were blah, blah, blah. And the programs that start running, just remember, oh, this is just one small part of my DNA. I still have so much more to learn, to tap into, because there is so much more of me inside of me. We are inviting you to step further in your exploration of your DNA helix, and we are here to open this door for you. So just open your heart to receive the clarity and expand your reality by tapping into the full potential of your DNA helix. With so much love, we, angels of universal consciousness. I wish clarity you received today has touched your heart, expanded your consciousness, and inspired you to become the conscious leader of your life. If it has, please share this episode with your loved ones so their reality can also expand when they get this clarity that I'm sharing with you in this episode. And don't forget to subscribe or hit a like button or just, leave a comment how this episode has inspired you. And let's stay connected on Instagram at Tjaša Dorelay. And remember, your vibration creates your situation. Knock, knock. Who's there? The book Source Channeling for the World 2024. Did you get your copy yet? If not, order it now.